on computer. There we go. All right. We're going to talk a little bit about Instagram. I know. I feel like all we do is talk about that kind of stuff, but I mean, it's how we run our business. So it's okay, right? So if I sound like a broken record, like let me know and just tell me like, no, girl, you talked about this last week. But I want to talk about hashtags because I was the like biggest like nope, you can't force me to use them. I think they're janky. That's like, maybe I had PTSD from my last company. Oh, there's Britt. Okay, cool. I was just saying I'm gonna start and then you'll hop on and then like kind of pop in. We're a mess. But so maybe it's from my last company. I just had PTSD because I was like, they're spammy, I don't want to do them. Like I was told to like hashtag basically like every single alphabet in the alphabet, like every letter in the alphabet, I was told to hashtag basically is how I was taught originally. And then janky, I use it all. Okay, so if you're new to our team, you're gonna have to learn that like none of my words are real words and I don't English well and words are hard. So a lot of times, just bear with me. But what I do want to talk about is, so I felt like my Instagram was at a standstill, right? Because we can't use unfollowing apps, because we can't use following apps, stuff like that we used to use in the beginning to grow, we couldn't use. So I was like at a standstill almost. And I was like, I refuse to like stand. Well, if you know me, I refuse to stand still ever. I have the worst, like I always have to be moving. So I was like, this is not a thing. My Instagram, I was like losing followers. I went from like 13.5 down to like 13,000. And if you know me, when I started this company, I started with less than 300 followers on my Instagram. So when I lose followers, I take it very personal. So I'm like, I earned you. Like I built all of you. Like, what are you doing? No, don't leave me. Love me. Like, that's how I view when like someone leaves my Instagram. I'm like, love me. But that's a different story. That's a personal problem, right? So I was like, I have to figure it out because my pictures aren't changing unless people don't want to like see my baby. But I'm like, no, he's really cute. So that's not it. Like, obviously. So I was like, okay, I got to figure this out. So I was talking to M and she was like, hashtags. And I was like, nope, you can't, nope. And she was like, hashtags. And I was like, you cannot pay me to post hashtags. And she was like, you're going to post hashtags. And I was like, but why? And she was like, because the way that the algorithm has changed, it's made it so people are using hashtags now they're using hashtags to find people to follow more than ever because third-party apps are no longer being used. And then I was like, okay, fine, like you're right, I'm going to use hashtags. So the key to it is, and if you follow me on Instagram, I want you to go to my Instagram real quick, and I want you to go to the picture. It's the one of my new living room. So it's the second row, the last one. That picture literally is just of my living room. It's of my kitchen. It's like nothing that I would have thought would have this much engagement in, right? Well, it got 316 saves. And from hashtags, 32,481 people clicked that picture. And I was just testing hashtags out. I still was not sold at this time. I was still being stubborn, like, nope, you can't make me. And then I saw those numbers. And from that, I got 13 followers. So I was like, oh, they're coming back to love me. Yay. But I was sold, right? When I finally looked at that insight on my picture, I was like, I'm sold. So the key with that is I don't want you guys to think that all and you can see, I leave my hashtags on there. You can see what I did. But I don't want you guys, my Instagram is Lindsay Reid with a double Y. So LINDSEYYREID. Sorry. I forget some people don't even know who the heck I am. I apologize. I'm so sorry. I just talk some days. I viewed those numbers. So I have a creator's account. If you have a personal account, I suggest switching to either business or creator, or is it, I think it's creator. I did a creator because I had a business one and I wasn't loving that it always wanted me to like boost my posts and stuff, because I was like, I'm not paying for that. No. So I created a creator's account. I just made it into that and it kind of switched it. And then I did Blogger, I think, before I lied to y'all. Yes, I did Blogger. So that's the kind of creator account I made. And I like it a lot because it gives me insights. It shows me what kind of pictures and what kind of content, I guess that's the same thing, pictures and content, but what kind of stuff people are looking to see from my page, what kind of pictures people were then going to then click on my profile, because it tells you how many people clicked your profile. It tells you how many people visited your profile because of that. So I went and I used and I tested, right? And I learned that when I share my fives, I swear y'all are gonna like mail me the number 5 one day and just be like, eat this, because that's my life right now, right? So when I share my fives, which if you look at my page, it's my house, like decor, like getting my life together, right? My baby, my dogs, and then like my relationship and weddings, stuff like that. So I try to keep all of my fives in every single picture that I do. So I did on my grid, I kind of switched it up. So I would do a picture of the house, a picture of Rylan, a picture of Rob and I, a picture of me, a picture of the house, a picture of Ryland. That's my 2, if you're looking at my Instagram right now, that's my 2 lines right there on my grid, right? Those are each my fives, and it allowed me to pull hashtags that go with my fives, which means it allowed people to follow me and people to find me that fit me, that fit into my, like my, is it niche? I don't know, that word, that fit me, right? That would relate to me, that are why I use my fives. So when you are pulling pictures to use, the reason why I so strongly say pull from your branding fives, especially on your social media, is because you're going to be able to create more content out of it when it relates to you. You're going to be able, like hashtags, I pulled from my home hashtags. I did farmhouse, home decor, new home, home DIY, like I just typed in one, I did hashtag and then I typed in one word, and all of the popular hashtags that have to do with that pop up, and I just started clicking them. I just started clicking them, and I was like, let's see what works for me. As long, obviously I didn't do ones that were like girl mom. Like when I do Rylan, I do like boy mom, right? I'm not going to then do girl mom because I'm not a girl mom, right? I'm not going to then like do things that don't have to do with the picture. I keep and I make sure that it really has to do with me, really has to do with my fives, because I'm going to pull in what I said before, that if you are not a vegetarian, who knows this saying that I say all the time, if you're not a vegetarian, and I'm pretty sure I say these same things, but you are bonding with a vegetarian and you're bonding over the fact that you both don't like meat, but yet like you and your husband or you and your significant other just went hunting yesterday, like you're not going to bond very well. Or if you do, it's not going to last very long, because sooner or later they're going to see you like out hunting or out eating like a rib or something, right? Like your life is going to unfold because it's your social media, that you don't want it to be things like that. So like for me, I don't hashtag things that aren't me. Like I'm very into farmhouse, right? But I also saw like modern on there, but like my house is not that. But it was a huge hashtag. I didn't use it, but I was like, wow, like people are really into these things. So when you think that you're boring, which we talked about last week, if you think that you're boring, try using your house, try using your decor, try using I use my dogs. The Great Dane Instagram, like level is real high. Like they're popping up in there. Like if you search your dog breed, it's going to be a lot of people, right? So when you do stuff like that, to me, you're not going to bond. You might bond for like a couple sentences. And then when you start to really get to know each other, you're going to lose that bond. You're going to lose that trust. So that's how I feel about hashtags too. So I personally put my hashtags in my comments. If you looked at my sorry, y'all. Super attractive when I do that. When you look at my pictures, swear y'all, I'm a mess. It's fine. When you look at my pictures in my comments, and then that's where I put my hashtags. Why? Because it's not bogging down. Wait, it's not making my captions look messy, right? It's still my captions. And then immediately after, I click comment on the picture, and then I personally just do like 6 dots, which are on your keyboard. If you like that look, all for it. Go for it. I think it's a very nice look. Or if you just want a hashtag away. You can do like 25. I think it's like 20 to 30 hashtags. So I do like 25 to be safe because I don't ever want to be blocked. So I do anywhere, that's why I do anywhere from like 20 to 25. Sometimes my brain stops working because mom brain. And I'm like, I think I counted 25 and I'm really at like 18 and my brain said 25. So I went with it. So there isn't a right or wrong way to do it. Like the amount of numbers, just make sure that you get your 5 that you're trying to share across, if that makes sense, within the hashtags. I like stay-at-home mom. I like work-at-home mom. When I wasn't a mom, I would have done things like fur mom. I would have done things like financial freedom. Rob and I are debt-free, but we really, really like, I follow Dave Ramsey and I follow like his baby steppers, like groups and stuff like that on Facebook, just genuinely because I like to learn about things. Like when we were going through for this house, I was learning a lot of different like terms and things that I didn't know just from there because they asked questions. So I would like hashtag like debt free, Dave Ramsey, stuff like that, because that's things that I genuinely like. And it's things that I can help people get through because I got debt free from this industry. If you're trying to be debt free from this industry, you can use those. Right? Those are things that you can relate to because other people will find you who are also trying to be debt free. So another thing that I did too, because I really did feel like I was at a standstill. And to me, I don't ever want to get on here and preach about something that I'm not rocking or that isn't working for me, right? Because if I'm going to do something, if I'm going to suggest you guys do something or talk about something, it's going to be something that I did, but not just something I did. It's something that's working, right? It's not just going to be something that I tried for like 5 seconds and was like, looks good. No, I want to know that I saw benefits from it, I guess. So I'm going to talk about something that I've been doing for the last 2 weeks is posting twice a day. And I know that probably sounds, because I got PTSD when I started doing it too. I was like, no, I don't want to spam people. I don't want to do this. But instead of doing 2 business posts, I switched it up and I do 1 business post, 1 just all around me. Like today I shared a picture of our living room wall and I just put, this is us. Just all around me. I still hashtagged it because I mean, heck, why not? I'm testing it out, right? But then just now I posted a picture of Rylan and I talked about how everything I do is for him. Everything I do is for moms that want to come home to their babies. Everything I do is to show him that when he's older, if he says, Mom, I want to be this, I say, then go do it, right? And so it doesn't have to be 2 business posts. It doesn't have to be 2 bold posts. And it doesn't have to be anything like over dramatic of the 2. I just pulled 2 pictures from my 5s. And one of them, the caption has to do with like products or comp plan. And the other one is just genuinely like me. I'll share pictures of Rylan and I'll be like when he went 4 months, like he'll be 5 months this week, right? So I was like, how is he going to be 5 months old? That was my caption. Because it's true, it's me. And it kind of helps with breaking up your algorithm, breaking up the engagement on your page. Because if people are going to like that just you picture, it's going to show up in your page when you do your business pictures, right? When they click like on 1 picture or 2 pictures or 3 pictures, now they're going to start seeing every picture that you post. So why not allow it to have that kind of engagement going? Now, am I going to post 2 pictures every day for like ever? Probably not, because it is kind of a lot. I won't lie. I do my pictures in my drafts. So I have all my pictures saved in there. And then I just kind of pick which one I want for the day, unless I already took one like that day. And then I post it. So it's something that I suggest giving a try. Try it for a week or 2 as you are growing and as you're trying to get your engagement up. If you do have a creator or a business account, you, on your top of your page, it'll tell you how many people visited profile visits in the last 7 days. I have 27,808 people that have visited my profile in the last 7 days. And that's just from me using hashtags and posting twice a day. Before that, I was nowhere near that. I was like maybe 5,000. I don't know. It was like ridiculously low. So when I saw that number jump up, I was like, oh, okay. So the reason I really like, and I'm going to continue to do this probably for like another week or two to give it like a solid month, because I've been doing it for 2 or 3 weeks now, is because I really want to get as many people with my pictures in their newsfeed as possible. And then I'll give it a little bit of a break and start interacting a little bit more with people. And then I'll do it again, right? So I'll take like a week or so off of doing 2 pictures a day and just do 1 picture a day. And then I'll go back into it. You see what I mean? So it allows you to interact with people and see who you're interacting with, see who you're least interacting with, which Instagram is pouring out or rolling out. I don't know. If you click following at the top of your account, if you go to following, it gives you categories. Not everybody has this yet, but you guys should eventually make sure your app is updated, but it says least interacted with, most shown in your feed. So what I do is I go to my least interacted with, and I've been interacting with those people during like the time where I find myself scrolling. I'm like, nope. And I go there. That's how I do my interactions with posts and with stories lately, because your stories are going to be full of people that you view their pages a lot. And the least interacted with are going to be people that are now going to be showing up once you start interacting with them. It's going to bring them to your page. So soon those people will go to your most, and every time you interact with a least, with someone who's in that least list, it replaces them with a new one. So if you go through and you interact with all, like, I think it gives you like 20 or so. I don't know. I have to look. If you go in one city, you go and you interact with 20 of them, the next time you go, it's going to give you 20 new. So it repopulates that list for you, which to me is really, really cool, because Instagram is doing the work for you, right? And I don't know if it's only if you have a creator or a business account. So if you're on a personal account, try upgrading to a creator or a business account and see if that works for you. Because I know a couple people said last night in my downline that they did not have it, but they were also in a personal account. So it just hit me now that I should have told them to upgrade. So if you're on here and we talked about this, please try and upgrade and let me know if that works. So that's all that I really had. Did anybody have any questions about anything that I said? I know sometimes I talk fast and I have squirrel brain. So did anybody have any questions about any of that before we pass it off to Britt to go over Instagram TV? I think we're good. Take it away, Britt.
Perfect. Okay, so in my chat earlier, we were talking about IGTV and I had some really good questions. So me and Emma, I was just talking to Em. Me and Lindsay were talking about doing Instagram and really kind of going over this. And I feel like IGTV is such an area of opportunity that we can all be using, because IGTV brings so much traction to your page when you're doing it right. And so I want to talk about IGTV and making them presentable. I actually was working with Katrina earlier because me and her, she was one of the people that had a question. So with IGTV, she had uploaded a video, and I'm going to share this and I'll share it to Lynn so you guys can see. And I have her page prior to uploading IGTV and what it looks like without like a cover photo, without like the proper hashtags, and how that rhythm looks on your page as well. Because with Instagram is all about your visual effect. Like Lindsay was talking about with the content that you're putting out, that's what keeps people on your page coming back with your hashtags, your niche of like what you're posting, the content of what you're posting, and then also the captivating eye appeal. So within the first 5 seconds, someone's picture can make it or break it when it comes to scrolling. And so that is why we talk about presets. If you don't have a preset, I can do a training on this and do a refresher on it too. But presets are something that everyone should be looking into when it comes to IG IG, Instagram. Hello. So Instagram is huge because presets really help put that curb appeal. But when it comes to IGTV, when I do a live, and I'm going to talk you guys through this a little bit, when you are doing a live on Facebook or a live on Instagram, it does not matter, save it. please start saving your IG lives or your Facebook lives. Save your lives. Literally, it gives you an option right after you're done with your live to save it. I have a lot of questions on, well, what if my video is 30 minutes long? I'm going to teach you some tips and tricks that have helped me still get my message and that content and those good nuggets that are in those lives out, but making it visually appealing for your Instagram. So when you do that, you're going to split the video in half, 15 minutes and 15 minutes. You can only do IGTV, can only be up to 15 minutes. So with that being said, what I do, and iPhones have it, it's called iMovie. I don't know if I don't know what Android has, but either way, there's a way that you can shrink your video to only 15 minutes. But what you can also do with, and this might be different with Android, so I might have to like walk an Android person around with this, but with IGTV with iPhones, you can split one 15-minute clip and then you can do another 15-minute clip of the end. So it allows you to have two clips to be able to do two different posts. So like Lindsay was talking about, you can do one post in your algorithm time and then another one to finish that content out. But when you're uploading your IGTV, in the bio, I'm just trying to get one pulled up. So there's going to be a description. Does everyone know how to get to IGTV? I can walk you guys through this too. You go to your Explorer page. There's a button at the top on the left. It says IGTV. So my IGTV, I'll click my profile name and it will show any IGTVs that I've done. All my IGTVs, if you guys look, I don't know if you guys can see this, all my IGTVs have a cover photo. Okay? And the reason why is this is the first picture when you go to my profile that you see on my IGTV or on even my profile. And you can scale them, you can shrink them. I do it based off of the content that I'm putting out and what the IGTV's around a little bit as well. So when Kingston, I'm on a Zoom, so be quiet, please. I love you. But when it comes to the cover photos you can scale. So Katrina and me did a preset on her cover photo because she hasn't been using presets fully. So I told her the difference and I helped walk her through it and did it before and after with her. So cover photo, is this confusing? Sorry, I'm like a rambler. Okay, so when you do an IGTV, you're going to upload the live, whatever live you save from your phone. At the top of your IGTV, where it says IGTV, you're going to push that plus button right there, okay? I'm just going to show you how to post one so it's not confusing because then I kind of like jumped around with that part, so I apologize. I always like forget that not everyone knows how to do these things and I go straight into the technical part, so I apologize. But the plus sign you're going to click, okay? It's going to pull up your videos, all the videos that you have in your camera roll. Now, it will not show a video that is underneath a minute. So if you don't have one of those, that's why it's very important to either record yourself. You can record yourself on your phone. You can save your lives. You can save your live from Facebook or Instagram. So for example, the live that Kingston and I, see how that's the only one that's highlighted right now and showing? That's the only video that is long enough to post as an IGTV, okay? So what I would do if I did this video, I would select this live, I would go to next, and when I go to next, it's gonna give me this option, okay? So with this being said, this would be the cover photo of what my timeline would look like if I did not put a cover photo on this, okay? So this is why it's really, really important to add a cover photo from your camera roll. So down at the bottom, there'll be an option that says add from camera roll. When you do to add from camera roll, I always go to Lightroom. I have my own folder from my Lightroom folders because it has all my presets there. I'm gonna pick a photo. So I'm gonna use Katrina's because I used it as a example when I was doing it. So this is her cover photo for her new one. That's gonna make it the cover photo. Do you see how that's more clean than just some random video with a box kind of showing? It's more, so when it goes to my profile, not that I'm going to do it like that because I won't upload it, but I can reference if you guys need help with this too. It's going to show like this before you post it. Now with IGTV, it is slow to upload. You do need to be in a good connection area as well, or be staying on your app for a second, because if your IGTV is slow to load, it's usually due to the connection. I've had issues with that, so I just want to talk about that part real quick. But where it says title, that's where you put, like, I put like a description. So it could be like money magnet, I don't know, or it could be like new year, new me. I don't, like, whatever you guys want, like, description it wise. Title it, and then in the description, that's where you would put your normal caption. Like whatever kind of caption or whatever message you're putting out, that's where you put that. And then from there, that's also where you're going to put your hashtags. Okay, so if you don't have room, because let's say you took up all the caption description with the amount it's allowed, if you need to put hashtags and it does not fit, you can put hashtags in comments as well. It doesn't always hurt your algorithms. On post, I do not do this unless it's long, because there is ways where it can hurt your algorithm, and I'll go over that in the algorithm training that I'm learning, Lens. I've been with the 2020 algorithms. Hashtag and comments limits your exposure a little bit, but when you're in a longer caption, because it's so descriptive in the caption and it's longer, IG notices that it's like in a way of engagement, and so it doesn't hurt it when it's an IGTV like that. With that being said, what's going to happen is that IGTV is going to go to this platform where all these other people, see all these IGTVs right here? All these people are posting IGTVs. Tons of traction comes from you just being in here. Okay, I have, just from using hashtags, using a good cover photo. Like, for example, I follow this girl from a different company that does makeup, and I love seeing her cover photos because it shows the makeup look right frozen. But when you go to it, it's going to be like a full-blown video of everything. So with IGTVs, the cool thing is about an IGTV, it has its own folder. You can do it by series. So when I went, I think it's this one. Hang on. Let me just make sure. When there's a section where you can go and have it through a series. So let's say you had 2 videos, you can put them underneath the series section. So if someone were to go strictly to your IGTV location, it'd be like series, making money from smartphone. I don't know, like whatever you would word it. When it comes to the preset and the cover photos, sometimes they don't fit. So it may look weird. You might have to play around with the cover photo that you're choosing. So let's say maybe you had a selfie and it was super up close, and when you go to upload your cover photo, it's going to scale it for you. So that could cause it to not always. That's why you'll see, like, I have random IGTV covers. Some are books, some are pictures, because I do it where it fits the groove of my page. Does that make sense? Let's see. I want to make sure if anyone has questions on this, please ask, because I know it's a little like complicated when it comes. Okay, so when it comes to presets and using presets, I will do a training on this tomorrow. I know we have a few, but I feel like we need to go a little deeper into it. But when it comes to IGTV, I want to start seeing these implemented a little bit more, because with Lindsay, how she's talking about using hashtags, posting twice a day, you're in your stories, and then I say at least, like, I try to do 1 IGTV a week. And the reason why is every time I do an IGTV at least once a week, the traction of my views is up, my engagement goes up, my following goes up, because it's in a different niche. People like that visual content, and you're doing the live already. All you got to do is just upload it and save it, and you get to put it on both platforms. So it's super cool on that part. With Facebook, you can't do IGTV. So what I really do is watch parties. And I know this is like specifically for like Instagram, but I had a couple questions on watch parties since it's kind of similar. So I just want to address it really, really fast. Watch parties is the same concept as an IGTV, but just on a Facebook platform. So what it's doing is it's broadcasting it all out to your following, and it allows them to watch it all in one spot. So IGTVs, though, when you push play, it plays it all the way through. With Facebook watch parties, when you pause it, if you pause your own watch party, it pauses it for everybody. Okay? So it's a little different there. But IGTV is literally has, the more I've been implementing it and focusing on every time I go live on Facebook, I set it in my mind to make sure that I am saving that live and using it for content, even if it's a couple of days later. Because I can always upload that IGTV and have that content 4 days from now and be able to put that amazing live that I did over on Facebook over on my other platform and get both exposure there. So also, don't connect just because I know we talked about algorithms, and I just want, since this is Instagram, this is about like growing your influence, growing your audience, making sure your engagements are going up, things like that. Please do not connect your Instagram with your Facebook and post from Instagram over to Facebook. Does that make sense? Linz, have you talked about this part?
Well, I don't want to say please do not. I just want to
Let
say,
me reword that just so no one, thank you.
I just want to say, I don't want to say please do not. I want to say that I personally do not do that. And I have found that it makes it, I'm going to say it makes it janky. Just what I'm going to use. It makes it so you're not seen when you share from Instagram to Facebook on your stories or post wise. It basically makes it I'm answering that question right now. Look at me go. It basically makes it so that you're not like it not I don't want to say it's not important, because obviously everybody here is important, like duh, hello, look at all of us, really important. But I want to say it tells the algorithm that it was like posted by a robot basically, so it shows it on your timeline, but it doesn't always push it to your news feed. So unless someone is going to look at your page specifically, they may miss a lot of your posts. So if you wonder why some of your likes or some of your interactions are down, it might be because it was linked. What I do, sorry, oh my gosh, I don't know why I keep hiccuping. It's so unattractive. I'm sorry, y'all. But I literally, cause Rob did this when we first started dating, and I was like, oh, we have so much to teach you, Grasshopper, but he's better now. So what I say is to save your caption, post and do all the stuff, because Instagram makes it easy because you can save it. So do your stories, do your post on Instagram, right? Then save your stories, put it on Facebook, copy that caption, and then put it on Facebook. So it's two separate posting, but it's actually you posting it instead of allowing Facebook and Instagram to be connected to post together, because it tells the algorithm, which I hate.
Yes.
Algorithm. I never use the word hate. I normally say like loathe or very dislike, but I literally hate the algorithm. So it makes it so it seems like a robot, if that makes sense. And that's why it doesn't always happen that way. It's hit and miss, where some of your posts may have no interactions at all, and then other ones you're like, oh, I got a lot of interactions. Maybe it's just what I was saying. Chances are it's not what you were saying. It's just the algorithm, and it decided that today it wanted to register as a robot, and yesterday it wanted to register as a human. So I hope that helps.
I wanted to touch on that just because there is a couple questions about algorithm. This is honestly something that I've studied quite a bit, just like Lynn's when she started really doing like Instagram last year. When I really focused on Instagram last year, I'm going to just talk to you guys real fast on this. Last year, in July of last year, my following was at like a 1,500. Okay. And with my following at 1,500, I knew I needed to focus on Instagram. And my excuse was I never got anyone from Instagram. I always got everyone from Facebook. Okay. That's how my mindset was. So I was like, I need to get real and raw with this area and get uncomfortable with Instagram. So I started getting presets. It took me I started really researching into presets. YouTube and Google are literally my best friends back then. I didn't ask my leaders. I literally just Googled and spent like 2 days trying to figure out presets, which ridiculous me. But Instagram, when it comes to it, you guys, algorithms are about connections. The way 2020 is right now, they want to see connections. So with that being said, Instagram wants to see people commenting more than 4 words, just like how we teach you guys on your engagements. They want to see that on your stuff. So how you boost your algorithm is, one, like Lynn's is saying, only post up to 2 times a day or so. Okay, and I need a word how I word this. You can work your business how you want, but the best thing to help your business grow is to make sure you're fitting it in where the algorithm's working for you. So posting up to 2 times a day is good because that's keeping your algorithm going. I do it in the evening or in the morning. I do it at the times when I feel families are sitting on their phone. So that, and there is an app for when to post, when it comes to based off of your engagement, your profile, your interactions. It goes in, and you don't have to use this. I use this at the beginning to just kind of get an idea of when my best.
Be careful because they're registering and blocking third-party apps. Even those, one of my girls was blocked by those. I personally don't use it, but I have had a girl be blocked by it. So just be very, very careful with using third-party apps.
But you're not connecting your profile. It's based off of like, it's just based off of like, so that's the thing. If there's apps that connect your profile, like your Instagram to it, then don't. But based off of like peak post time, that's like when I go through and look at my insights. Like Lynn's was talking how she has a creator account and she has a, where you view your insight. So if I posted last night at 10:30 at night, because I've done this to just see when my algorithm works best for me, I'll post really late and see how my visual, like my insight looks. And I'll make a note of that. And you don't have to get all technical, but I like to figure out kind of areas that can benefit me. So I just pay attention on where my insight is the most highest at. When it helps with your algorithms, you guys, just with stories are all about showing up every single day throughout your stories and showing your life, showing your business. Don't overcomplicate stories. When it comes to posting separately, yes, still post separately from your Facebook and your stories. Don't do that. Don't connect those. And then algorithms, what I would really, really suggest is I can send the latest one that I've watched, but I go on YouTube and I'll search 2020 Facebook algorithms or 2020 Instagram algorithms and just really study those as well. That's all I have on that.
I'm going to answer.
Sorry, I got like distracted.
Sorry. Yeah. So a lot of people, it's just like when Instagram stories first happened. Her question before, sorry, I forget questions don't show in the recording. Her question was first, will like our Facebook stories on the rise because she gets a lot more engagement on Instagram stories, but Facebook isn't too hot. Yeah. So if you were, I don't know if you were using like Instagram stories when they first came out or anything like that, but I know I didn't use them right away. It wasn't until honestly a year ago, honestly, last February or March that I started using my stories every single day religiously. And I've been doing that with my Facebook since I want to say maybe July or what's after July, August. Or maybe then. So it hasn't been a full year for me using every single day Facebook stories, but I noticed that the days that I use them every single day, that it definitely picks up. And I've honestly gotten more people in my inbox. It's hit and miss. Like one week I'll have more people in my inbox from Instagram stories, and the next week it'll all be Facebook stories. So and the weeks that it's Instagram stories, I'm like, oh, Facebook is for the birds, right? And then I realize that my Facebook interaction algorithm is going down. So the one thing I can say about that is it'll be something that is learned, and the more you do it, the more people know to look for it. The more people know that you're going to be there, and then new people that are being added to your Facebook will know to look there. So it's kind of like training people, if that makes sense. Like all of your social media, like when people go to look for things, it's like in our minds, like we're trained to like go and look for things. Like me, now that I look and I post on my stories every single day, like my brain is trained to look at other people's stories. So it's kind of one of those things where it's like, it's a learned trait. So the more people that learn it, the more people that see it, the more that are going to use it, and the more it'll become a thing, if that makes sense. So I think that that was all that we had, but I do want to post or not post. I do want to do an algorithm training. So maybe sometime like this week, because it is only Monday, this week or something, maybe after Britt's wedding, her and I can do a Zoom one-on-one together and just plan out an algorithm training and really dive in deep so that way we can deliver something for you guys. But Britt, will you post that algorithm thing that you were talking about in
Yeah.
Limitless?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we'll go ahead and do that. Other than that, can you revamp, Britt, can you revamp an already made Instagram TV, or do you just have to start over with it?
Personally, you can't restart it because you can't edit the cover photo. So, but the other thing is with algorithms, and this is the other thing, just why we're on this topic, don't delete post. It hurts
Archive.
your algorithms. So if you and the only reason I had Katrina do it earlier is because she was at 30 seconds into her post when I said, hey, delete it really quick. So with algorithms, when you delete a post, it pushes your profile down, so you don't want that to happen. So if you have a post with IGTVs, you can't, I don't think you can archive either. So just leave it and start fresh with the new content there. But with like post, just in general, since we're on that topic, don't delete, always archive your post if there is something that you're wanting to get rid of on your profile.
Yeah, and we'll go into all of that. We'll hopefully get a really good algorithm training down, and we will post one of us will post in the Limitless page an algorithm like thread so you guys can ask all sorts of questions so we make sure that we hit every single thing that you guys want to know about it, because I have been diving into some trainings on it, the up and coming ones that are being pushed out because they already have like the next 6 algorithms that are going to be pushed out. So I am a part of like a creators thing on Facebook that is seen, that shows all of those things. So I'm kind of diving into those to see what's going to happen next so that way we can kind of prepare for it. But there's really no preparing for the algorithm, let's be real. So we're just gonna try though. So I hope that you guys have a great night. I'll post this in the Limitless page, and then we'll post these in our team chats for y'all to catch the replay or to share with your downline who wasn't able to be on here. I hope that you guys have a great rest of your week, and if you need any of us, we're always here. Bye guys.